layout. So the default layout is Android R layout list item. This is the default one. Then the next one is array. You can give array or a list name specified in your resources. That means resource folder. So in this case, we took as a student array. So you can give the name as student. So this is the default one. In this case, you can define this, then the Android R layout list item, then the student. So these are the main available arguments within this array adapter. Okay, you can define array adapter by using this code. Okay. So you can attach these items by setting the adaptive property of the list view. So that means there are some properties available with this list view. You can set up your adapter by using these settings available in this list view. So this is the way to create an adapter. So this is the Java code within your Java file. So in this case, you can define list view list. This is the way to create the list view. So this is the data type as a list view. Within this, within your Java code, we are going to create a list as a list view or a list one, any variable name. Then the list view, find view by ID, RID game menu. You can give the ID name according to your preference. Okay, so then you can declare the list item. So this is the list. This is the list and list view, and you can give the list item. To give the list items, first you need to declare the item variable. So you can see this item variables, the data types of this item variable is list. So you can declare a variable by using list data type. So in this case, this is equal to arrays as a list, get resources, get string array, and you can give the array name. So this is your list view name ID. So you can give the ID name as a ID as a game menu. So this is the ID of your list view. So we can take the values of this game ID. Then you can create a adapter. So this is a list. We use the array adapter. So array adapter, this is the variable, new array adapter. This we already discuss about this one. This is the activity. Then this is the default layout, and this is the list available in the resource file. That means your declared list within the string.xml files. Okay, then you can set adapter. You can set this adapter to the items adapter. This is the items available in the adapter. Then you can see there is an event as a set on item click listener. In this case, you can see this is a listener action. You can create the listener action like this. After that, you can define this on item click method. So this is the method. Within this method, you can create the that means you can create the list items. That means you can create a direction to list item like this toast make text main activity dot this items dot get the position, and you can see toast length short and the shown. So this is the main way to creating the adapters. In practical session, let's try these things in detail. I think there are some doubts when there are some doubts. So this is little bit complex, but don't worry. Let's create a list and check this code when you are doing a practical. Okay. Then the next one is change the list data. This is also very important. If the data in the list change, you must notify the list. So if you are going to change the list data within your list, you need to notify it to the list. So this is the way to notify it. As an example, let's take, we are going to remove the items available in the 0 position. So you need to change this one. This is the way to change it. That means this is the way to change those data. So this is the adapter. No need to worry about this one. This is the way to create an adapter. Then this is the list view. You are going to remove the 0 position of this list view. As an example, so this is the list view. So you are going to delete. This is the 0 position 1, then the second position, third position. You are going to delete this one or remove this one. You can do it like this: list view dot remove the position 0 position, and you need to notify this one. You can notify this into the list view. You can notify it like this. This is the code to notify the list view about this change. Okay, no need to worry about this. Just get idea. Let's try all these things within a practical session. Then about handling the list event. Okay, in this case, in last week, or I think අපි button handling කරේ නැහැ නේ practical session එකක්. අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් button එක submit button එකක් එකක් click කරාම සමහරවිට අපිට database එකකට data යන විදිහට හදන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිට වෙන interface එකකට redirect කරන්න වෙන interface එකක් මේක click කරාම වෙන interface එකක් එන විදිහට අපිට mobile application එක develop කරන්න පුළුවන්. So මේක වෙන්නේ button එක click කරාම. So these type of events are known as click event, on click event. When you are clicking on the button or radio button or any type of button, you can define an on click event. Okay, so when you consider about mostly with this button, we can define a click event. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට button එකක් ගත්තාම button එක use කරද්දී අපිට define කරන්න පුළුවන් click event එක. කියන්නේ මේ button එක click කරාම ඊළඟට මොකද වෙන්නේ? දැන් අපි හිතමුකෝ අපේ application එකේ event පහක් විතර තියෙනවා. අපි දැන් username අපි as an example, let's take username and the password, then submit button. So when you are after giving these two username and the password, as let's take a value like this. After giving these two, you can click on this submit button. Then it is redirect or direct to the main page. It can have the username, password දෙක දීලා button එක submit button එක click කරාම අපි ඊළඟට යනවා main page එකට. As example, let's take your online banking app. When you are giving your username and the password, then it is redirect to the main page. Okay, so likewise you can define a button click event for this button. So this kind of redirecting functions can be written within this button. So these kind of things are known as on click event. It can make button එක click කරාම තමයි මේ page එක අපිට display වෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේ button එක click කරද්දී මේක වෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒ වගේකට අපි කියන්නේ click event එකක් කියලා. හරිද? ඒත් අපිට define කරන්න click event එක. දැන් අද අපි practical session එකේදී මේ click event එකක්, ඒ කියන්නේ button click එකක් define කරන්න. කොහොමද ඒක handle කරන්න කියන එක discuss කරනවා. එතකොට ඔයාලට idea එකක් click event එකක් කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා. හැබැයි when we are discussing about this list event, please don't use this click event, on click event. Okay, so this one is in the list. This list, don't use this on click event. Okay, so there in list, listeners must be, that means in the list action, listeners are in this okay, event listeners are available with this list event. When we consider about list, event listeners are available, not on click events. Okay, so this event listener must be attached in Java, not XML. So this is very important. We can define our listeners, event listeners, within your Java code. In button, on click event also can be declared within your Java codes. Okay, so these two types of things are written with your, or these two are available with your Java code. Okay, so have to use the Java anonymous function. Let's discuss about this thing, how to do these things in detail when you are doing your practical session. Then the anonymous function will be called when events occur on the list. As an example, you can define a function. Let's take this as a Java code. You can define a on-click event, anonymous on-click event, or a method within your Java code. When you are clicking on this button, you can call this event. So this is about anonymous function. Okay, so these are the main action, listeners, event listeners available with your list. So these are the list event. The first one is set on item click listener. So this is used when an item in the list has been clicked. So as example, let's take, we are going to click on this data available in the list view. At that time, you can use this set on item click listener. This is one type of available events within this list. So the next one is set on item long click listener. In this case, listener for when an item in the list has been clicked and held. If we are going to click this one and held for a moment, you can use this event, set on item long click listener. Then the next one is on item selected listener. So this listener for when an item in the list has been selected, this listener is used for the spinner widgets. In last lecture we were discuss about this widget, spinner widget. So this set on item list selected list can be listener or event can be used with this spinner widget. Okay, so this is used when an item in the list has been selected, not in clicking event. So in this case, it's a click. You are going to click on the items. In this case, you are going to select. In this case, you are going to select the items. In this two cases, it's going to click the items. Okay, so these are the other events available with this list. On focus, change, on hover, on key, on scroll, like this. There are so many list events. Okay, so let's discuss about files and storage in next week. Let's do some practical session. So I'm going to give you an practical guide. Wait. I'm going to share the practical guide. Practical guide number 3. Okay. Okay, this is the practical guide number 3. Can you all see this one? Practical guide. I already share with the chat. You can download it. Can you all see this practical guide?
Yeah.
Then what about
Yes,
my
ma'am.
Android Studio? Okay. Then in this practical guide, let's discuss about yeah. In this case, let's discuss about button click event. So okay. First you need to create. Let's move to the first question. In this case, first you need to open your Android Studio and you're going to create an empty Android project as a navigation. Okay, let's create new one. Start new Android Studio. Then still we are dealing with this empty activity. You can select the empty activity, then click on this empty activity. Then you can give a name for your application. According to your practical guide, you need to provide the name as navigation. Let's take it like this, navigation. So this is the, you can change the language. In this class, we are going to discuss about Java language, not the Kotlin. You can click the language as Java, then this is the package name. You can change the save location according to your preference, and you can choose the minimum API level. So this is my minimum API level. Okay, then you can click on the finish. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, so this is my project. Still creating. Let's wait for a moment. Then the next part is to copy a background image. Okay, wait until this is created. You can do this practical session with me. You can create a navigation project. ඔයාලට මාත් එක්ක මේ කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. ටික වෙලාවක් යන Android එක load වෙන්න අපි එක්ක ඉමු. Okay, then wait, it's still loading. Okay, so the next, wait. The next part is, that means second question is copy a background image to the rest drawable folder. In next case, system. So okay. Wait. Okay. So in this case, in the second question, you need to create an background image to the. You need to set the background image for your application. To do this, first you need to download a background image according to your preference. You already download, and yeah, this one. Okay, you can see this is my background image. Let's copy this background image. Yeah, let's copy this background image into the drawable. So this drawable folder, wait, project, So this drawable folder is available under the app. Under this app, you can see src. You can see main. Under this main, you can see rest folder. Under this one, you can see drawable folder. Let's put that image to this folder. So in my case, this is the project location. Wait, this is my project location. I think it's available in the user. Yes. Under this one, we can see this is my Android Studio project. In this case, this is my folder. Under this one, you can see app. Under the app, you can see src. Under this one, you can find the main. Under this main folder, you can see res folder. So I'm going to put the image for this position. In res folder, you can see drawable one. Okay, let's copy this one first. Copy, then you can paste it within this folder. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Did you finish this step? Or step yes, okay. Then in the third question, you need to set the background by using this background image. Okay, let's move to you need to set the background. I'm going to copy this one. You can insert main background to your main activity. So you can see this is the main activity. This is the place where you define your main activity. Within this tag, I'm going to insert this background image. In my case, I think it's an image. This is an image. We can give the name of the image like this. Okay. Then the next step is to go to the design view and check the output. Let's move to the design view. So this is the output. You can see this is the image, background image. You can choose any background image according to your preference. Okay. Then you need to create another XML file. So in this case, this is the main activity. Now we are going to create two interfaces. As the first interface is the main activity, then the next one as interface 2. Okay, wait. So in this case, we are going to create an XML file named as interface2 XML. We are going to create this one. To create this one, you need to move into the layout folder. So this one, then right click, new. Under this one, you can see layout resources file. What is the name of this one? Interface 2. You can give the interface 2. Like, okay. Interface 2. Okay. So this is your interface 2 XML file. We already create another XML file as an interface 2 by using this layout folder. You can, if you need to create a new XML file, you can simply right click on this layout folder. Then then move into the new folder. After that, you can select this layout resource file. By clicking on this, you can give any name according to your preference and you can create a XML file. Okay, so this is my second XML file. Okay, in this case, you need to set the background image or a background color of your second interface as a color red. Okay, now we are going to give the background color for the second interface or interface 2 as red. Let's copy this one, okay? Okay. Okay, in this case, I'm going to, but there is an error because we didn't declare this red color in our color XML file. So the next step is to declare or define a color as red within your color XML file. Let's copy this one. Then let's move to the color XML. This is available under the values. You can see there are 3 XML, string XML, colors and styles. We can declare this color within this XML file. Okay, so this is the red color you can see. Like this, within this color XML file, you can define any color by using their color code. You can take this color code BGs, I think, yeah, BCG values. So these values are available within your color code, are available in your internet. So you can refer the internet to select any colors. So these are the colors available in this application. I define another color. These are 3 default one. I declare another color as red. Okay. So let's see. Now it's error is okay. Up to now, we create another XML file and we define a color. We define background color for this XML file as red. Okay. So, okay. Then let's move into the next part. Question number 7. Before that, did you finish up to this? Did you finish up to this? Do you have any question? I think this is very simple. I think no question. This is very simple. Okay, then let's move to the next part. We are going to create a button in activity underscore main XML. So in main XML file, we are going to create a button. Okay, so let's move to the design view. Just click and drag and drop a button to this XML file like this. This is my button. You can click, drag and drop a button to your, you can do this by dragging and dropping. So you can insert a button to your file. Sorry, main activity, main XML file. Okay. Then you need to change the text size and the text style of your button like this. Let's copy this and paste. Let's copy this button text size. You can see this is the button. There is a error. To remove this one, you can just click on this one. Okay. Now I think it's removed. So you can give the button text size as this. Text size as this. Then the next one is text style, and write text style bold. Okay, you can give this one like this. Then the next one is you need to set an items. Before that, let's see the change. You can see it's bold and size is increased. Okay, so the next one is to set your button ID as BTN next screen. You can just copy this one And in this case, you can change the button ID as this is the ID. You can set an ID for the button as DTN next screen. What is the error? Okay. You can declare your ID as BTN next screen. You can insert any ID according to your preference, but your practical guide, it is needed to have an ID as a BTN next screen. So you can change the ID like this. Okay. Then the next one is to delete the text view. No need of this text view. You can see there is a text view in this folder. This is the text view. No need to have this one. We need only a button. So let's delete this one. Okay. It's already deleted from the code. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to change this text, appear text in this one. We are going to change this appear text. For that, you need to declare a string variable as go to. This is the value of string variable. Let's create a string variable. So what is the file? Okay, so already included it. Okay, so you can declare a string variable within your string XML file. Just copy this one and you can put it into the XML file. Let's create string name as a this. Sorry, this is the value of the variable. This is the name of the variable. Okay, so you can see we already declared a variable as a visit, and the value of this variable is go to. Okay, then you can set the button text using this variable. Now we are going to set the, then now you can see there is a variable as a visit, and we initialize go to go to for this visit variable. Now we want to change this, wait, this one. Now we want to include that text into this button. For that, we can change this one. Okay, so this is the Android text. We can assign a variable for this text. Okay, we can define this one by using, this is a string variable. Sorry, string. So this is my variable as a string visit. Okay, now you can see the value is go to. So this go to is coming from this string variable. So in variable visit, it is initialized with go to value. So you can see this Android text is initialized by using this visit variable. You can see the go to value is available in this button. Okay. Then we are going to create an button click event. Before that, do you have any question? Do you have any questions, or did you finish up to this level? Is it clear? Did you finish up to this level? No one in the class now.
Clear, madam.
Okay. Okay, then let's move into the next part. We are going to create a button click event. අපි මීට කලින් button click event එකක් හදලා තියෙනවද අපේ practical session වල? අපි last කරේ Android application practical guide 2 එක නේද 3 එක කරේ නෑ නේද? In last week, I think we did up to practical guide 2. No? Wait. Yes, only practical guide 2. Okay, now we are going to create a button click event. So we are going to create a button click event for this button. Okay, so create this button click event. First, you can declare an event as a visit next UI. This is the button click event. We can declare this button click event within the button properties. You can move to the button. This is the button. Within this one, we can create this button click event, but this function is not available in your application yet. So there is an error. So we are going to create a click event. We can create a click event by using onClick, Android onClick. This is the property. This is the method. So when අපි මෙතන onClick event එකක් හදන visit next කියලා මේක click කරාම මේ visit next කියන function එකට call කරනවා. අපි මේ function එක තාම declare කරලා නැහැ. ඒ නිසා තමයි මෙතන මේ පොඩි error එකක් එන්නේ. Okay. අපි දැන් කරන්න යන්නේ button එකට onClick event එකක් හදනවා. මෙන්න මේ button එක click කරාම එයා call කරනවා visit next UI කියන method එකට. Now we are going to create this visit next UI method. Okay. So after adding visit next UI into your button properties, you can see your button properties like this. So after adding this after adding all these things to the XML file, your XML file is just like this. Okay, no need to worry about these things. Then we are going to create another Java file. So in the main activity.xml, you can see there is a relevant Java file as a main activity Java, but this interface to XML file, no any Java file. So now we are going to create a Java file which is relevant for this interface to XML. Now, XML file වල කරන්න පුළුවන් දේ තමයි අපිට ඕන list අපිට ඕන widgets component declare කරන එකයි list string variables අන්නේ දේ වගේ declare කරන එක තමයි XML file වලින් කරන්නේ. හැබැයි අපිට ඒ වගේ වැඩ ගන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒවා අපිට functionalities ඒ වගේ functionalities declare කරන්න අපිට Java file solve වෙනවා. දැන් අපිට activity.xml එකට relevant main activity.java කියලා file එකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි අපි අලුතෙන් create කරා interface to XML කියලා XML file එකක්. Now we are going to create a new Java file which is relevant for this interface to XML. So in this case, let's create this Java file as second screen.java. To this one, you can see in the Java folder, you can just, this is the package. You can just click this one or this one, and there is a option as a new. Under this one, you can see Java class. In this case, what is the name? Second screen. We can create another Java file as second screen. Okay, like this, you can create another Java file. So that now we have two Java files as a main activity and second screen. Okay, this is my Java file. Okay. Did you finish up to this level? Is it clear? Do you
Yes,
have?
ma'am.
Okay, then let's move forward. Okay. Now we are going to, let's see this one. In this case, you can see this is a main activity. This main activity class extend apt compact activity. Last week we were discussed about this one. So this is the activity class. This is the class available with this activity. So we need to extend this app compact activity within this Java file. Okay. After that, we can declare our necessaries. Okay. So in second.java file also, we need to extend this apt compact compact activity class. Okay. Now we are going to extend this one. Let's copy this part from this. I think it is easier. Let's sweat. Okay, like this, we can extend this class. Okay. Then we need to yeah, on create. So these are the available in the main activities. You need to import bundle class for your XML Java file. For this, to create this on create bundle save instance, that means this is the content field. We can the layout take up display කරන්න මෙන්න මේකේ දැන් අපි හදන XML file එකේ layout එක display කරන්න අපිට මෙන්න මේ කොටස ඕන වෙනවා. මෙන්න මේ function එක ඕන වෙනවා. මෙන්න මේ method එක on create කියන method එක ඕන වෙනවා. එතකොට අපි මේ on create කියන method එක declare කරගෙන ඉමු අපේ interface 2 කියන second screen කියන method එක ඇතුළේ. So I'm going to take this one. Okay. Just copy and paste. Rename your device with your student number and the name. I'm going to take the attendance. So rename your device with your student number and the name. Okay. Let's override this one. So, copy and paste. I think it is easy. Okay, like this, you can see in this main activity.xml file, you can see activity.main.xml layout loaded within this file. That means in Java file. So the in main activity.java file, you can see activity underscore main XML file loaded. This is the layout loaded. So this is the code to load this layout. This is the code to load this layout. In second screen.java, you can see interface to layout content is loaded. Okay. So like this, you can define second screen Java. Just copy this code and you can change the layout as interface to. This is the XML file. Again, අපි දැන් ඉස්සෙල්ලා main activity Java එකේදී කරන්නේ activity underscore main කියන එක තමයි XML file එකට relevant නේ හදන්නේ. ඒකට අපි එයාගේ layout එක තමයි content එක තමයි load කරගන්නේ. අපි දැන් second screen එක use කරන්නේ, කියන්නේ Java file එක use කරන්නේ interface 2 කියන එකේ layout එක load කරගන්න තියෙන නිසා අපිට මෙතන layout එකට interface 2 කියන එක දෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරිද? Like this we can create a Java file. Okay. You can rename, there is one guy as a right. You can rename your device with your student number and the name. It is very easy to take your attendance, otherwise it's very difficult. Okay. Then let's move into the next part. Now already we created two XML files as the main activity XML and the interface to XML. In main activity XML, you can see we already created a relevant Java file as main activity.java. In interface to XML file, we already created second Java file which is relevant for this XML file. Like this, we can create two relevant XML files. Okay. Now we are going to, so this is the activity. When we consider about in this layout, this is an activity. You need to add this activity for your manifest file. Okay. To achieve this target, we are going to change the Android manifest XML. So you can see this is a one activity. Within this one activity, it's declare about main activity. Now we are going to create another activity for our interface to, that means activity for this second screen Java. I'm going to copy this one. You can create activity by using activity tag. Like this. We can place like this. Activity Android name. This is the name of the activity. Dot. After that, you can give the name of your Java file. Then you can close the activity. Okay. So this is the main activity. This is the main activity. This is the main activity. This is the next activity. Okay, so there are two activities within our application. Okay, is it clear? Do you have any questions? If you have any question, now you can raise your question. I will give you 2 minutes to finish up to this level. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next part. So, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Someone answer my question. Do you have any questions? So, up to this levels, do you have any difficulties? Okay, then let's move into the next part. In next part, we are going to create this visit next UI. We already defined this method, but we didn't. We only initialize. Yeah, we need to implement this one next. Visit next UI. Now we are going to create this method within your main activity.java file. We are going to create visit next UI within your main.activity Java file. In the main activity, this button is available in the main activity. After creating, in this case, this button is available in the main activity. When you are clicking this one, you need to redirect this interface to. So you need to write a button click event in the main activity. We already declared as a visit next UI. We are going to create this function within this main activity file. I'm going to copy this function, public void next. Let's copy this. This is the function or a method. In Java, it's a method, not a function. We are going to, okay, in this case, you can see an error. In this case, we need to import this view class. To import this one, you can just select this one, then Alt plus enter. You can see view class is imported into your file. Okay, then next you need to create an intent. This is the function. In this case, you can see we pass the view data object. In this case, next you need to create an intent. Intent is an object which is used to, or which provides the runtime binding between separate components. Then අපි මේ intent එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ එක object එකක්. එයා අපිට හැම වෙලෙම උදව් කරනවා run කරද්දී. කියන්නේ අපි program එක run කරද්දී binding. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ දෙක අතර කියන්නේ අපි දැන් components දෙකක්, ඒ කියන්නේ අපි two activities නේ හදලා තියෙන්නේ. දැන් එකක් තියෙන activity xml. මෙයාව click කරාම අපි යන්න ඕනේ interface to xml කියන activity. So make එක activity එකක්, මේක activity එකක්, තව activity එකක්. මෙන්න මේ දෙන්නගේ activity දෙක අතර binding එක run time එකේදී maintain කරගන්නේ මෙන්න මේ intent කියන variable එකේ. So intent කියන object එකේ. ඒ නිසා අපිට මේ next UI කියන function එකේදී අපිට ඕන වෙනවා intent කියන variable එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ intent කියන object එකක් create කරගන්න. In next week we are going to discuss about intent in theory class in detail. So අපි දැන් intent කියන variable එකක් create කරමු. මෙන්න මේ intent කියන variable එකක් එහෙම නැත්නම් object එකක් create කරන්න. මේක object එකක් not variable. So intent කියන්නේ class එකක්. අපි මේ class data type එක use කරගන්නවා. You can see intent. This is the variable name. New intent. Get application content. අපි මේකෙදි ගන්නේ second screen dot class කියන එක. So in this intent, now we are in the main activity dot java. Next, we are going to bind the second screen java file. So you can use the second screen dot class to bind these two. Okay, this is, we need to import intent class to this one. Alt plus enter. You can see intent is imported. So this is the way to create a binding object. This binding object is used to bind the two separate activities together. Okay, now we are going to start this. We already declare a variable or a binding object, but we need to start this object. To start this object, we can give the command as start. So you can see මෙන්න මේ intent go to next කියන එකේ තමයි අපිට ඒ variable එකට තමයි මෙන්න මේ second screen කියන එක initialized වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒත් අපිට කරන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ second screen කියන එක start කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒ activity එක start කරන්න ඕනේ. So ඒ start කරන්න ඒ activity එක අපි පාවිච්චි කරනවා start activity කියලා method එකක්. ඒකට අපි ඒක declare කරලා තියෙන variable එකේ යවන්න ඕනේ. අපි ගත්තේ go to screen කියන එකට. So we define go to screen within these two braces. Okay, so this is the way to create the second activity. After that, we can check our application. Let's check this one. Okay, you can see this is our navigation app. There is a button as a go to. You can click on this one. Then you can see it's moved to our next activity. No items available in next activity, only the background image we changed. So you can see this is the, you can click on this go to and you can move to the next activity. So this is the way to define a on-click event for your buttons. Okay, is it clear up to this level? Do you have any questions? Okay, I think we can move. Okay, now it's 10:22. Do you have any lecture after this one? I think that is a lecture, no? Research methodology or මේ lecture එකෙන් පස්සේ තියෙනවා නේද research methods වල lecture එකක්. එහෙනම් අපි දැනට නවත්තමු ඊළඟ part එක next day කරමු. තව චුටි කොටසක් තියෙනවා. You can try it by yourself. Okay, so I think no question. If you have any question, feel free to ask. I will give you 2 minutes to ask the question. Okay, I think no questions. If you have any question, please drop a mail. You can try this practical guide by yourself. I will upload these things to your Google Classroom. I already uploaded lecture 3. I will upload this practical guide 3 for your Google Classroom. Okay, then let's wind up the session. Thank you.